Hey, Sal.
Hank, what's going on? We haven't worked a case in years.
I just bought my car at Carvana, and it was so easy. Too easy.
Think something's up?
You tell me. They got thousands of options. Found a great car at a great price. And it got delivered the next day.
It sounds like Carvana just makes it easy to buy your car, Hank.
Yeah, you're right. Case closed.
Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
Father, or should I call you Steve? Since it's a new year, maybe we should start cooking fresh with fewer smoke alarms this time. Your cooking's improving, but I can see the stress in your eyes. Anna's mom used this Blue Apron assemble and bake thing during our playdate. Pre-chopped ingredients, over 40 grams of protein, and just one pan to clean up. She just tossed it in the oven and boom, plating like she's got followers. So go to blueapron.com, Steve. Make 2026 the year you win dinner. Blue Apron. Get 50% off your first 2 orders plus free shipping with code LISTEN50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Hey kids, sit up, keep your chins held high. The world's a big balloon, let's float and fly. The rhythm of life is a tap on your shoulder, it's the warmth of a hand as the days grow older. Clap your hands, feel the beat, feel the vibe, listen up, listen close, it's the rhythm inside. Touching each other's the song we all sing. The rhythm of life is a wonderful thing.
I'm not going to apologize for trying to expand the minds of my students, Mary. A teacher's top priority is to inspire, and that is what I did today.
Your students, Monty, are in 3rd grade.
This was true. Monty's students were, in fact, 3rd graders. He stood up in a huff and ran his hand through his long, thinning hair that was tied back into a ponytail. Monty had a flair for the dramatic, and today was no exception. His supervisor, Mary, the principal of Brook Prep, was becoming exhausted with his consistent drama. She was not hungover, yet whenever she had meetings with Monty, she felt as if she was.
The mind is a sponge, Mary, and it's never spongier than during youth.
Mary wasn't in the mood for Monty. She had a date tonight, her first date in quite some time, and she didn't want to show up for dinner feeling stressed. So she told him how she felt, which was rare for her since she tended to avoid conflict at all costs. But the prospect of a little romance will make you act out in new ways.
You're a good teacher. You care. I like that. But you can't quote Kafka to little kids. It's weird. It's depressing. It's heavy. This is an elementary school. My desk is covered in crayons. I've got a bowl of jelly beans that I need to refill every day. Every single day. You understand what I'm saying?
We may not see eye to eye, Mary, but I respect you. If you wish me to deviate from Kafka, I shall, out of respect to the institution of education.
Great. Well, you're on afters duty today.
Afters, but that's for the gym teacher, Mary. I'm a historian, a linguist, a thinker. I don't watch or teach sports.
The way he said sports with such disdain, Mary could feel her non-hangover hangover re-emerging, like a storm cloud floating over the ocean.
Today, you're on afters. I don't want to hear anything else. Mr. Mata is sick. Consider it penance for Kafka. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to refill my jelly bean bowl.
Monty was at a loss for words. Even his ponytail seemed extra ruffled. Afters was the after-school program for kids that needed to get picked up a little later than when school normally ended. The person in charge of afters typically was Mr. Mata, the gym teacher. Apparently, he was out today, so the sword of sports fell into Monty's shoulder. It weighed more than the entire world. To uncover how to prepare for his greatest challenge yet, he would have to visit the one place on Earth that had never failed him before, the library.
Bethany, do you have any literature on sports?
Her name was Beth Ann, but she had grown so tired of correcting him that she just stopped. Once you hit 80, the idea of having to repeatedly correct some pompous new English teacher how to pronounce your name grows old. Life's too short, she thought.
Yes, Monty, we have books on sports.
I'm in quite the quandary, Bethany. See, I've been assigned to afters today. Due to my, I guess, rebellious teaching style, and also Mr. Mata fell under the weather, perhaps you could point me into the right direction so I can solve what sport to play after school with the little childers?
Beth Ann took a long sigh. She enjoyed her part-time job as an elementary school librarian, unless she was near Monty, the most frequent visitor, the most annoying visitor, the most likely to get her name wrong visitor. Rather than point him into a direction, she told him what he thought he should have known already.
I don't know, you could try, tag.
Monty tilted his head, confused, like a puppy watching their master dance naked.
Tag, you say?
Yeah, tag, you're it.
Monty was nodding. His confusion dissolved into intrigue. He repeated her word affirmingly.
Tag, yes. Tag. Tag, tag.
There would be no reading during lunch today. That was typically how Monty spent his lunchtime, reading while eating. Today, however, he would be driving home to grab some leisure wear to put on during afters. He knew a good sweat was in order and he wanted to be dressed appropriately. While his athletic leisure was lacking in style and substance, it was already having a positive effect. He felt quicker, stronger, looser. He would approach afters with the same vigor that he approached Kafka. All the way.
You're in luck, children. For anyone attending afters, I, Mr. Burrows, will be your teacher.
But you don't play sports, Mr. Burrows.
That's right. What do I always tell you, Matthew?
Never give a stray cat tuna.
Yeah, but besides the tuna, what do I always say?
Every day is a day for learning?
Precisely, Matthew. Even a brilliant educator such as myself has room to learn. Today, I shall be learning the world of sports. That is why I am now dressed as an Olympian.
What are you going to play on after school, Mr. Burrows?
Wonderful question, Matthew. So glad you asked. We shall be playing the age-old game of tag.
Monty held up a book entitled Tag, and he began to read.
The roots of tag likely trace back to ancient human behaviors and the natural instinct of chasing. You know how they like to run around with each other? Early humans and animals alike engaged in pursuit games as part of their socialization and physical development. These instinctual activities could have evolved into early forms of tag, where the act of tagging was a symbolic way of catching or marking someone during a playful chase. In hunter-gatherer societies, children may have played games that involved running and chasing, mimicking the activities of adults who would have used running and agility for hunting or survival, like chasing wolves and stuff.
Monty stopped to marvel at his findings.
What a glorious day for learning, wouldn't you agree, children?
Some of them nodded, others scratched their foreheads. A couple picked their noses. This was the general response to most things said by their teacher. The bell had finally rung. The school day was over, but the activity known as afters was about to begin.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation.
You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
Lowe's knows how to turn big plans into real results. Whether it's new appliances or a home refresh, get started with 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more with a MyLowe's Rewards credit card, January 15th through the 30th. So you can invest in your upgrade now and pay over time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer subject to credit approval and cannot be combined. Minimum monthly payment required. See store or Lowe's.com for details.
Monty was in the gymnasium, alone, doing some light jumping jacks, surprised at how quickly he had run out of breath. He paused after about 10 seconds to make some notes in his journal to, quote, increase stamina through rigorous exercise. It was then that the doors opened and in walked about 10 children of various ages, between the grade of kindergarten up through 5th. This constituted about a tenth of the school's population.
Good afternoon, children. For those who do not know, I am Mr. Burrows. Due to my rebellious teaching style and also Mr. Motter was under the weather, I shall be your afters instructor today.
Can we play kickball?
That question came from the eldest of the group, a 5th grader who stood about a foot taller than most of the others standing nearby.
Think I know you, but your name would be...
Stellan.
Stellan, yeah, totally. Well, I don't know how they do it in 3rd grade, Stellan, but in my classroom, we end all questions with an address of the person for whom the question is being addressed.
Stellan was confused. He responded with a simple,
Huh?
Matthew answered for everyone.
You're supposed to say, Mr. Burrows, at the end of your question. Why?
Well, Stellan, perhaps I could guide you through the world of admiration and rules of respect another time. Today, we shall be focusing our energy on the wonderful world of tag.
Tag? Tag saw!
Yes, Stellan, our game will be tag, and I would appreciate you eliminating all foul language from henceforth.
Whatever.
Luckily, I found some splendid literature on tag in our school library, including this glorious pendant inside one of the books. Behold, children, a pendant from maybe many centuries ago. Perhaps this pendant was part of the first game of tag known to man, or woman. One of the wonderful aspects to the game is it does not discriminate based on gender, although boys are usually faster.
Wow, this pendant is so cool, Mr. Burrows.
Matthew started to reach for the book, excited to take a closer look, until Stellan jumped in front of him and grabbed the pendant. It was made of copper and fit snugly into his palm.
Cool, look how old it is. It might be older than you, Mr. Barfo.
Stellan laughed as he rubbed his greasy 5th grader fingers all over it.
Yes, well, the name is Mr. Burrows, and it's important to share, Stellan, so how about you...
Ah! Stupid pendant, it cut me.
Stellan yelled as he dropped the pendant, wincing and clutching his hand.
Goodness, Stellan. Wait here a moment, children. I'm just gonna fetch a Band-Aid from the nurse's office, and once I return, we shall play the game of tag, okay?
Monty was ecstatic at the opportunity to jog now that he was in his athletic attire. He took pride with each stride, showing off what he thought was an aspirational body. But in reality, it was something that should lose some weight and gain some muscle. Sadly, the nurse's office was closed.
Blast. Think, Monty. The children are depending on you.
Monty closed his eyes and thought back to his days as a Boy Scout. Specifically, the weekend dedicated to self-care, as instructed by the Boy Scout master, Jeremiah Van Gundy. He opened his eyes with full confidence and got all of the necessary materials required to repair Matthew's cut. Tissues. Yes, tissues. He grabbed the tissue box from the desk of the receptionist and proceeded to jog back towards the gymnasium, hardly noticing how out of breath he was from a simple 50-foot jog.
At ease, children. The professor has returned. Stellan, I found something for your wound. Why don't you come over here?
Stellan was standing alone towards the front of the gymnasium, very still. Monty walked over and wrapped the tissue around his hand.
Okay, keep this on your palm for several minutes, Stellan. Nothing to worry about, okay? These are the dangers when playing sports, as I discovered in my literature today. Where did everyone go?
Stellan spoke without moving. He seemed lethargic.
They're hiding, Mr. Barfo.
It's, Burrows. Why are they hiding?
Because, Mr. Barfo, I am it.
Stellan smiled. His teeth looked long, jagged. He reached out his bloody hand towards Monty, who yelped as he leapt backwards.
Goodness, Stellan, your teeth, what are they feeding you in 5th grade?
Stellan was now slowly walking towards Monty, with his arm extended out, the blood dripping in front of him as he continued to move forward like a lecherous zombie.
Now, Stellan, maybe you should sit for a moment. Perhaps all this excitement at having a new inspirational teacher has just made you overly stimulated.
Run, Mr. Burrows!
Monty turned around to see where that was coming from. It was Matthew, standing with the other children by the gymnasium exit.
Run before he tags you!
Monty could hear the snarling. He turned back towards Stellan, whose arms seemed to be stretching out beyond all human capabilities. His fingers, his fingernails, everything on his right arm that continued to drip with blood was somehow elongating past the point of logic and reason. Everything Monty had ever read or experienced had to be thrown out the window.
Okay, Stellan, perhaps, do you have diabetes? You need a cookie?
Stellan's mouth opened. Cockroaches flew out and swarmed Monty as he swatted them away and tried to run. Thank God he had the athletic attire on because he was flying like the wind. Well, not quite the wind, but he was moving, like a stealth fart inside of a church. Monty didn't have to turn around to know that Stellan was right behind him. Even as he ran, he could feel Stellan breathing down his neck. That hot, disgusting, disrespectful 5th grader breath. Matthew continued waiting by the exit door.
Run, Mr. Burrows, run!
Monty screamed like the children he had sworn to protect until he finally got to the exit. And then, right as Stellan was about to tag him, Monty shut the door onto Stellan's amphibian arm. A violent thump knocked Monty and the children down to the ground. By the grace of whatever God was allowed to be taught in school, the door had locked. There was rampant banging from the other side, along with a monstrous growl. Monty got up, pulling Matthew and some other child whom he had not been formally introduced to yet.
Run, children! Run! To the library!
All of the children ran, much quicker than Monty, down the hallway towards the library.
Okay, wait, children, wait!
Within 10 seconds, they were 20 yards ahead. They paused briefly to stop, and then began to point and scream. Monty turned around to see Stellan, standing in the hallway intersection, snarling, smiling, salivating. And then Stellan began to get on his hind legs and run, like some sort of savage beast from the Amazon jungles that Monty had read so much about during his semester abroad in Serbia. Monty's screams seemed to be increasingly feminine and childlike as he finally reached the library door, closed it shut and locked it tight. A loud bang sent him flying backwards into the group of kids, tumbling like a stack of bowling pins.
To the adventure section, children, run! Post haste!
Monty once again was quickly left in the dust and out of breath as he followed the running children towards the adventure section in the adorably small children's library. They all huddled in close proximity, speaking in hushed tones. One of the children, a slightly overweight child, raised his hand.
Mr. Buttons?
It's Burrows, and your name? I can't remember anyone's name.
Rory.
Okay, remember, Rory, never talk to strangers, okay? Now that we've been formally introduced, do you have a question?
What happens if he tags us?
Okay, let us plan that we do not find that out, okay? Don't fret, though. Okay, 5th graders have no idea how to navigate a library. They only come in here to fart. It's quite sad, really, to see reading as a chore rather than an adventure, which is why I chose the adventure section as our hiding ground. Clever, right? On top of practical. Stellan, he'll never see it coming.
Mr. Burrows?
Yes, yeah, Matthew.
Matthew's trembling hand was pointing up towards the vent. All of their eyes followed his hand toward the vent, which was making a very ominous sound. Scratching. Tearing at it from the insides, they could hear the snarling from where they sat, nearly 30 feet below.
Never worry, children. It's probably just the central air system. Nothing to fear.
Stellan's outstretched reptilian arm busted open the vent and he stuck his head out, unleashing a horrific scream. All of the children yelled as Monty's eyes nearly exploded from terror.
To the front office, children, run! Quickly, red light, no, green light, green light!
The children sprinted through the library and down the hall. Monty was drenched in sweat. He couldn't help but turn around at one point to see that Stellan was crawling along the walls like some sort of spider on steroids. Acidic beads of saliva were dripping onto his ears, as if Stellan was somehow hovering above him. Finally, Monty was able to reach the office, slamming the door shut and locking it as quickly as he could.
Okay, against the back wall, children, vámonos, vámonos!
Through the glass walls, they could see Stellan rearing his head backwards and violently slamming it into the office door. It was already beginning to crack.
Matthew, grab the phone, call the police.
What should I say, Mr. Burrows?
Tell him we got a 5th grader low in blood sugar and it's turning him satanic. I don't know.
The door burst open, sending Monty flying backwards into the front desk. Thankfully, his long, angel hair ponytail cushioned the blow, and he still had his wits about him. Standing in the entryway was Stellan, licking his bloody lips. Stellan turned, shivering in the corner of the room, huddling by himself. Stellan's eyes briefly flashed red, and then he raised his arm. It began to stretch towards the small, terrified child. The other children yelled for him to run, but the tiny child remained still.
Run, Rory, run! Don't let him tag you!
Rory couldn't move. He was too scared. Tears began to slide down his adorable little cheeks. Stellan's arm was nearly touching him. His bloody yellow hand was inches away from Rory's face when a presence emerged in front of him, stopping Stellan's hand dead in its tracks.
No! Stellan, tag me.
All right, Mr. Barfo, you are it.
Stellan did just that. He tagged Monty. As soon as Stellan's black, bloody hand touched the skin of Monty's arm, Monty's entire body began to violently shake. Matthew ran over, took the hand of Rory, and led him away from Stellan towards the back of the room with the other children. Stellan was shaking as well. There seemed to be some sort of transfusion of energy from Stellan into Monty. As Monty shook harder and quicker, Stellan shook lighter and slower. Monty let out a monstrous scream that shattered all of the glass at once. He fell to his knees. All the lights were now out. There was complete silence. Matthew stood up, began to walk away. Rory quietly begged him not to. All of the children did, but Matthew couldn't help it. He was walking over towards his teacher, as softly as he could.
Mr. Burrows, are you alright?
Run.
Mr. Burrows?
I said run.
Monty lifted up his head. Matthew saw his eyes, his black eyes.
Before I tag you.
Monty was starting to convulse. His eyes rolled into the back of his head. He got up, knocked Matthew out of the way, ran towards the back of the office, and leapt through the window out into the street. Even from inside, they could hear a loud crack. All of the children emerged outside and saw it. Laying there before him, Monty, Mr. Burrows, with a broken neck, laying motionless on the front steps leading up to Brook Prep Elementary School. A brief moment of silence was quickly interrupted by footsteps from behind.
Did I miss kickball?
They all turned around. It was Stellan, rubbing his right arm. He didn't remember any of it. He said as much to the cops in the immediate aftermath and the investigation. According to Stellan, he was in the gymnasium, looking at some lame old book about tag. And then he blacked out. When he woke up, he was lying on the floor in the front office. The children, including Matthew, all recounted the story in exactly the same way. A game of tag that turned deadly. The police, parents, faculty, none of them had any clue what to make of it. Mary, the principal, had to cut her first aid short when she got a phone call at the restaurant telling her that Monty had broken his neck after jumping through the office window. A tiny little town now in disarray. All due to a little game of tag.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free premium delivery on any bed with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
Lowe's knows how to turn big plans into real results. Whether it's new appliances or a home refresh, get started with 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more with a MyLowe's Rewards credit card, January 15th through the 30th, so you can invest in your upgrade now and pay over time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer subject to credit approval and cannot be combined. Minimum monthly payment required. See store or Lowe's.com for details.
There was one moment that the lead detective noted with some interest. The librarian. He recalls interviewing her, asking her about Monty, and if there was anything about this man that would explain what happened that day. Sometimes he will wake up in the middle of the night thinking about their interaction. He said to her, the sweet elderly librarian, "Bethany, if there's anything you can tell us about Monty, it would be very helpful to our case." She raised her sullen face and made direct eye contact with the detective.
Librarians are the gatekeepers to a world of knowledge. The least you can do, detective, is to get their names right. Otherwise, you might get tagged.
Gather around now, children, come near. The air is alive with something to hear. Clap your hands and tap your feet. A melody's waiting out in the street. Oh, gather around, listen close to the curious sound. It whispers soft, it rings out loud. Oh, gather around. The wind is singing a secret tune. The sun hums low beneath the moon. What does it say? Where does it go? Follow the rhythm and maybe you'll know. The trees are swaying, they know the way. Do you hear them calling? Come out and play. Oh, gather around, listen close to the curious sound. It whispers soft, it rings out loud. Oh, gather around. The clock ticks twice, then it skips a beat. A shadow moves on the cobblestone street. The world is a puzzle, missing one piece. Come closer now, the answer's release.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free premium delivery on any bed with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
Here at Blue Apron, we know exactly how hectic school nights can be. That's why we created Assemble and Bake.
Delicious one-pan meals that make family dinner simple. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients and put the pan in the oven to bake. Then you're free. To help out with that last-minute diorama, shop Assemble and Bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.